Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma. The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz-Spar tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw home from left. It kicks away. think about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero.
2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gantz pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win.
The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
The Sonoma Stompers pregame show is on the air. Kieran Costa and Nate Martin have you covered up until first pitch here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Get all the insights and analysis for tonight's contest and hear from Stompers manager Zach Pace on the Stomper Report. Your coverage of Stompers baseball starts right now.
After the Stompers had their 9-game winning streak snapped yesterday afternoon in Walnut Creek, they're back home at Arnold Field looking to find the win column once more against a familiar foe, the Alameda Merchants. Welcome to the Stompers pregame show. I'm Kieran Costa, joined by Nate Martin, getting you set for Stompers baseball here at home. Sonoma was on a 9-game winning streak entering yesterday's contest, but lost once more to the hands of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. But, Nate, they did make it interesting with 3 runs in the 9th.
Yeah, including Ben Sebastiani with a pinch hit 2-run single to make it a 1-run game. Definitely made things interesting, and I'd imagine gave a little bit of confidence for Sonoma, both against the Crawdads heading into today, showing that you can get runs against a team that you have struggled against over the last couple of weeks. You're trying to carry that momentum against these Merchants, who you have gotten some runs against, certainly in the last week as well.
The Stompers battle the Merchants coming up in just a few minutes, but first we'll take you through the highlights of what was a 5th consecutive loss to the hands of the Crawdads.
Riding a 9-game win streak, Sonoma took the road for its biggest test in 2 weeks, Walnut Creek. And right away, the Crawdads got on board thanks to a former Stomper.
He hits this ball hard to left. Mike Jones heads back. He's at the warning track. He looks up and it's gone. Elijah Ramos continues to torment the Stompers. AR's first blast of the year. 2-0 Walnut Creek.
But the Stompers are playing with confidence, and just 2 innings later, the game was tied.
2-1, bounced over to second. Carlisle picks it up, throws over to first. Keys crosses the plate. RBI ground out to tie the game up at 2.
And in the very next inning, Sonoma had the bases loaded and nobody out. 1 run and a couple of outs later, and that was all the Stomps could produce against Paul Wheeler.
The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the inning. Sonoma gets its first lead of the ball game, but only 1 run after having the bases loaded with nobody out.
From there, Walnut Creek retook the lead and then extended it in a big way in the 7th.
The pitch to the lefty Bull. That ball's cranked to right. Trent Keys going back in deep right center field. He watches it go. Bryden Bull delivers a pull side home run, and it's all Walnut Creek. They're hammering the Stompers once more. Different days, same result when these two teams match up this year. 3 home in the frame, 7-3 your score.
That gives Bryden Bull the solo lead for the most home runs in the CCL North. But the Stomps didn't give up, even with 2 outs in the 9th.
The pitch. Sebastiani hits it back up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Right behind him is Scheffler. He's going to score. And just like that, the Stompers are back within 1. It's 7-6. Ben Sebastiani, pinch hit, 2 out, 2 RBI single.
But despite its best effort, Sonoma fell to Walnut Creek for the 5th time in a row, 7-6.
The pitch. Sebastiani hits it back up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Right behind him is Scheffler. He's going to score. And just like that, the Stompers are back within 1. It's 7-6. Ben Sebastiani, pinch hit, 2 out, 2 RBI single. That was the Stompers' just 2nd loss in the month of July, as they now play on the 16th of the month against the Merchants, who were just 1 of the 9-game winning streak. But Sonoma's taken care of Alameda of late, 5 consecutive victories over the Mercs. they have to try and continue that today. Nate, and they said Matthew Schallberger to the hill, who faced them just a week ago.
Yeah, and it was he's been one of the more consistent guys for Sonoma, but last week was a tough outing for Schallberger. 2 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. The good news is the guy he's facing is the same guy he faced last week, who allowed 5 runs in the first inning. Tommy Curran gets the bump today for Alameda.
Yeah, Curran gets the ball for Angelo Luna, the skipper of the Merchants in his first year. Albert Luna, Angelo's son, is in the DH spot today, still coming back from that injury. And the Stompers and Merchants played a wild one last week, but I think this one on paper should be a little bit tamer. It's hard to put up 5 runs in an inning against the same guy in 2 consecutive outings.
Yeah, and Sonoma's also missing some key guys from that game. Wesley Bass, who had 5 RBIs, including a 3-run homer, not in the lineup today. A few other guys have left the team as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this lineup that has seen some changes over the last couple days produces today. New catcher Eli Burnham makes his first appearance. And then Ben Sebastiani, who is second on the team in average in the month of July, is in the 2 spot.
I asked Zach Pace both about Ben Sebastiani and about the injury bug on today's Stomper Report. Welcome to the Stomper Report. I'm Kieran Costa here with the Stompers manager, Zach Pace, getting you set for the Stompers and the Merchants. Is it nice to be home, Zach, after a couple days away?
Yeah, always great to be in Sonoma. Love it here. I mean, I feel like it's the greatest place. Love to be here.
You guys have the Merchants, who you guys play close. You've played them 7 times. Your largest win was by 4 runs last time you played them. Every game you've had between you two have been a 4-run margin or less. You seem to get the best out of them every time.
Yeah, no, they're a very good ball club. They play quality baseball. I don't know, we're seeing that lefty again that we've seen before, and I'm sure it's going to be a dogfight and a good battle, and hopefully we play them tough too and come out on top today.
What's it like facing the same arm for the 4th time? I mean, many can say you just scored 5 runs off him in 1 inning last time. It's obviously not going to be that easy again, right? Even if you're facing the same arm, it's a new battle every day.
Oh yeah, it's a new battle for sure. You get an idea of what you're going to get for the most part. But sometimes you don't know if the pitcher is going to be hitting his spots that day or not, or maybe his breaking ball's a little bit better this day than it was that day, or not as good. Fastball's not as good today as it was before, or whatever. So it's usually a little different because you're not going to get the same exact guy every single time, right? He is going to be a little different himself. So just we got to see what he's kind of bringing today, and then hopefully we have a lot of quality at bats against him.
It's the exact same pitching matchup from last time. You sent Matthew Schallberger to the mound. He struggled a little bit last time out, maybe not the cleanest defense behind him, and he did struggle to find the zone a little bit. Any improvements you want to see from his last outing?
Yeah, I'm just hopefully finding the zone. Hopefully we play good defense behind him, and I'm sure he'll give up a couple hits, or that's what happens, and we'll take the hits. But let's just limit the walks, the free passes, and taking care of the ball defensively.
Ben Sebastiani gets the start today, a clutch single last night to make that a 1-run game. He started the season 0 for 14. He's 5 for his last 14 since then. Anything you've seen him doing better here in the second half of the season?
He just works hard every day to get better, every day he's, doesn't say a word, and he comes in, gets his work in, and really hard worker, and really happy that getting some success now. It's really huge here at the end, and we'll ride it out here, and hopefully he continues to have success.
You guys had a luxury of a pretty deep roster here for most of the season, but getting hit by the injury bug at the worst time. Wesley Bass battling the heel injury, Nick Sebastiani banging up against the wall yesterday. Any updates on those two?
Bass took batting practice today. He's still kind of walking a little gingerly, so it's still going to be time for him. We got to try to get him some kind of thing for his heel. And Nick I've not talked to, but I think he was getting x-rays today, and I assume he'll be done with the broken or dislocated finger. So But it is what it is, and it opens up more opportunities for everybody else. And, I like our guys. I don't want to go get anybody else. And so hopefully we don't have any more injury bugs and kind of stick with this group to ride it out throughout the rest of the season.
Last one for you here. Trent Keys, I don't ask you about him a lot. He's kind of just a guy whose numbers are really good, and it's almost like you don't notice it on an everyday level. He's hitting .299. It's the second highest batting average on the team right now. Him and Hunter Carlson right around that 300 mark. He has more free passes than strikeouts. So what is his presence like in the lineup? We've seen him lead off, we've seen him 2, we've seen him 7. Sort of, what kind of an asset is he to your sort of lineup building, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he's like you said, you could kind of put him in the lineup anywhere. He gives you that quality at bat all the time. I mean, and he'll square up balls that are hit harder than anybody else. He'll work his walks, has a really good idea of the strike zone. He gets hit a lot for some reason. I don't even think he's on top of the plate, but maybe they're trying to throw in because he has longer arms and trying to tie him up. That's kind of my guess on that. But just a really good ball player, and really pleased to have him on our side. Second year that we've had him, and we love having him. I mean, just a quality baseball player and even better person, and just a great Stomper to have for sure.
Thanks, Zach. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Stompers have a chance to get back in the win column, get their 20th win of the year. That would improve them to 16-6 at home and just continue to push the gap. And it actually would clinch the season series against Alameda. They're 5-2 against the Merchants with 3 left to play. But at this point, it doesn't look like that's going to have all too much effect. Walnut Creek leads the North at 21-8. Slow behind them at 25-12. Sonoma third are 19-14, and Alameda fourth are 11-14. So the Merchants would have to make up ground on the Stompers and get to above 500. That's really the bottom line. So it would all come down to them sweeping the 3 against Sonoma. They have just 6 left on the season overall, Nate. So the Stompers need to lock down this third spot as quickly as they can.
Yeah, and that way you can kind of just play stress-free baseball for the final week and a half. As you mentioned, you play Alameda a few times during that final stretch, starting with today, and you want to just get the job done today so you can focus on catching Walnut Creek and Slow. They're more concerned with fighting with each other than they are with having you guys come up against them. So good opportunity for Sonoma to get back on the right track here today.
Stompers trying to get back in the win column in just a few moments. The home plate umpire meeting has concluded. So baseball next. Lineups and first pitch coming up on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
Thanks for tuning in to the Stompers pregame show. First pitch is on the way here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor. Bank of Marin's philosophy is banking built on trust and relationships. Bank of Marin's creative and customized solutions safely and confidently support your growth and success now and into the future. Whether you're a sole proprietor forging ahead with your first company or the CEO of a well-established corporation, Bank of Marin's local bankers will work side by side with you to help you reach your financial goals. Bank of Marin, the official financial institution of the Sonoma Stompers. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma. In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor. Bank of Marin's philosophy is banking built on trust and relationships. Bank of Marin's creative and customized solutions safely and confidently support your growth and success now and into the future. Whether you're a sole proprietor forging ahead with your first company or the CEO of a well-established corporation, Bank of Marin's local bankers will work side by side with you to help you reach your financial goals. Bank of Marin, the official financial institution of the Sonoma Stompers. Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority. And Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams. The lines are painted, the lineups are in, the field is raked, and the cleats are laced. Your Sonoma Stompers are just about ready to take the field. Now, straight to the voice of the Stompers, here's Kieran Costa.
Matthew Schallberger gets the ball for the Stompers, trying to clinch the season series over the Merchants and take their 6th consecutive over Alameda. Matthew making his 2nd appearance in a week against the Merchants. He went 2 innings, allowing 4 earned, 3 hits, a walk, and no strikeouts last week at Chabot. He'll be making his 6th appearance, his 5th start. He's 3-0. He's allowed 7 earned runs in 14 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts, opposed to just 3 walks, and he goes up against this lineup as announced by Albert Luna, the first-year manager of the Merchants. Batting first and playing second is Nico Olson. Up the middle with him is Kai Laxa, who hits second, and the left fielder Jackson Nystrom hits third. The right fielder Gio Martini cleans it up. The DH Angelo Luna hits fifth, and the first baseman Titus Wheelock hits sixth. The third baseman from Stanislaus State, Zach Lewis, hits seventh. The catcher Ben Johnston, making his Merchants debut, just called up from the Anchors. He will hit 8th, and the center fielder Max Giglieri hits 9th. Against Schallberger, who there's a debut catcher for the Stompers as well. It's Eli Burnham from Davis, California. Just finished up his freshman year at UC Davis, so it's a Schallberger-Burnham battery. Connor Johnston gets the start in left field today. Trent Keys is in right, and Chase Taylor in center. Tino Vassell back at third base after getting the DH duties yesterday. Misael Europero moves over to short, giving Ayala the day off. Ben Sebastiani gets the start at second, and Anthony Scheffler gets the start at first. Schallberger finishing up his warm-up tosses in the home whites. The Merchants, they wearing their black uniforms with the old Trident Merchant logo on the left breast pocket and the road gray pants. The deep sea blue helmets and the deep sea blue coaching tops for Albert Luna at third and Dan Mills over at first. Burnham gets ready to throw down to second base. And ignominiously, the throw goes into center field. Maybe not the ideal start as Olson, the Santa Clara Bronco, he's a right-handed hitter. He's 9 for 32 this summer. Digs in from the right side against Schallberger. 6 foot, $185 righty. From Stockton, went to Linden High School and then through last year at Delta. 19-year-old gets to work against Nico Olson. Schallberger finally ready. Comes set at the chest. by the Stomper letters and comes home. Olson swings first pitch and pops it up. First base side, Anthony Shepler gives it a look but runs out of room. It's 0-1. Schallberger to Olson. Delivers. Popped up. Very shallow right. Trent Keys comes on and under it to make the catch. First out of the game. First pitch was at 6:14. It's 81 degrees here in Sonoma. And that brings up Kai Loxa. Loxa, the shortstop today, puts the ball in play. He's only walked 3 times and struck out 4 times. He's hitting .281 on the year. Schallberger's delivery misses low, 1-0.
Lux is the only guy on this Merchants lineup today that has over 40 at-bats as CCL summer. A lot of these guys haven't appeared that much or just arrived with the team. Common occurrence this time of the year in the CCL.
Schallberger delivers. This one's popped up to right again. Keys in a similar spot battles the sun and makes the catch. 2 easy outs. It's taken just 5 pitches. That brings up Jackson Nystrom. 4 for 8 in limited action for the USF outfielder. 2 doubles and 4 RBI when he's in the lineup. Hits the cover off the ball. He reached twice, both via catcher's interference when these 2 teams played last week. The first pitch. Called strike, says the home plate umpire, Cam Jones. Dylan Brewster helps him up the first baseline, and John Pierce down the third baseline. The 0-1. Breaking ball inside and high with a curveball. Johnson, Taylor, Keys left to right, Vassell, Europero, Sebastiani, Shepler third to first. Schallberger allowed 4 runs in the first inning when these 2 teams last met. He's an out away from escaping a scoreless first, and this one's popped up down the right field line again. Anthony Shepler, the first baseman, fighting the sun, and it hits off the heel of his glove. That's a play that Shepler needs to make. First baseman, he went back, he got under the ball a few steps before the gate guarding the Stomper bullpen, and it just hit the heel of that big first baseman's glove. And for Jackson Nystrom, he has a new lease on life. It's just strike number 2. Shepler over at first base, just hoping that Schallberger can get this out. Maybe that would-be error would be forgotten. 1-2 pitch. Nystrom hits it into right center field for a base hit. So after Shepler drops the pop-up, Nystrom reaches. It goes as a single for Nystrom. He earned that single, but it's also an error for Anthony Shepler for dropping the pop-up. So it's a single, but it would be an unearned run if he comes across the plate.
And both of these teams are no strangers to scoring in the first inning against each other. We had 9 first-inning runs last week, 24 through just 7 meetings now.
That brings up the lefty Gio Martini from Cal State East Bay, who takes low and outside. Nystrom at first with 2 outs, scoreless game, top of inning number 1. This inning could have been over on a pop-up down the right field foul line that Anthony Shepler could not corral. A 1-1 misses. That's a curveball again, 2-1.
Big problem yesterday for Stompers pitching was putting away guys with 2 outs. Second inning where the Crawdads struck first.
2-1 popped up. This one fouling out of play. That inning, again, very different if Nick Sebastiani had come down with that fly ball in deep right field. He could not make the play, banged off the wall, and we fear broke his finger. Would be the year for Nick.
And after failing to make that grab, the next four Crawdads, including Perez, reached, and then there was a home run from Ramos that scored 2 of them.
2-2 pitch from Schallberger. Struck him out swinging. Breaking ball down in the zone. The inning is over. In the first, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. Nothing across for the Merchants with the Stompers coming up in the bottom half.
The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor. Bank of Marin's philosophy is banking built on trust and relationships. Bank of Marin's creative and customized solutions safely and confidently support your growth and success now and into the future. Whether you're a sole proprietor forging ahead with your first company or the CEO of a well-established corporation, Bank of Marin's local bankers will work side by side with you to help you reach your financial goals. Bank of Marin, the official financial institution of the Sonoma Stompers.
Matthew Schallberger put up a 0 in the top of the first. Now it's Tommy Curran's turn. A 6'2", 188-pound lefty from Pleasant Hill. The 19-year-old heading to school number 3 this fall. Started out at Washington, then Los Medanos, and now Fordham. Make his 9th appearance, 4th start. 19 innings pitched. He has a 4.74 earned run average. He's making his 4th appearance against Sonoma. 7 earned runs in 7 innings pitched and 12 hits allowed. 7 of those hits and 5 of those earned runs were last week at Chabot, where the Stompers made Curran throw 45 pitches in a first inning where he allowed 5 runs. And he faces Chase Taylor, the leadoff man, followed by the second baseman Ben Sebastiani, the DH Hunter Carlson, and the third baseman Tino Vassell. The right fielder Trent Keys hits 5th, the catcher Eli Burnham bats 6th. The first baseman Anthony Shepler 7, the shortstop Misael Yarapero 8, and the right fielder Connor Johnston 9. Taylor 1 for 3 yesterday with a couple of walks. The average hitting at 234, and he takes low for ball 1. Blocked by Ben Johnston, the catcher, just called up from the Alameda Anchors, the other team that plays out of College of Alameda. That one low again, 2-0. Not getting too much heat on the fastball from the lefty Curran. It's not really going to top out up past 85, 86. He also has a changeup, a curveball, and a slider. He delivers a 2-0, and Taylor takes low, 3-0. Stompers hoping Taylor gets on to start this ballgame, and they can replicate at least some parts of their first inning. They scored 5 and sent 11 to the plate. 3-0, Taylor takes. Get me over, fastball at 83, 3-1. Albert Luna, the manager of the Merchants, also the pitching coach at San Joaquin Delta College. And his starter delivers to Taylor, who lines it to right, and Gio Martini plays it on a couple of hops. So Taylor keeps swinging a hot bat. That's a single for Chase on a 3-1 pitch. Stompers have their first base runner for Ben Sebastiani. Luna worked at NorCal over the pandemic, and he worked with Jackson Flora. He's the one that turned Jackson Flora from a shortstop to a starter, and Jackson just went 4th overall in the Major League Baseball draft just a few nights ago.
You'd hope Luna would get some of that check, right?
He got an interview with the Giants coming out in a couple of days. As Sebastiani takes a pitch that hits him. And the Stompers are set up, first and second, with just no outs.
Similar start to the last time we saw Curran pitch against these Stompers. Couldn't get an out. And what felt like forever in that game. Took 6 batters until the first out. In a game where there were 5 innings scored in the first inning from Sonoma.
Fifth time Ben Sebastiani's been hit by a pitch this year. He's at first. Taylor's at second. Carlson's at the plate. The first pitch to him is outside and low, 1-0. Kicks away from Johnston, but not far enough to move the runners. A peek over at second and a pitch. Carlson takes low again, and the misses have all been in the same spot from Curran. The majority have been down below his own in the dirt, not competitive misses either. And Stompers have a chance to strike early. Carlson takes a called strike from Cam Jones, a very delayed call, and a beautiful frame job from Johnston. Brought it back off the corner. He was set up in. He went out and got it away and brought it back to the edge. This time he does set up away. The pitch is right through the heart, and Carlson fouls it back. It's a mistake. That's an 84-mile-per-hour fastball right in Hunter Carlson's go zone. Top, middle, and up. And so now Hunter has to battle from a 2-2 count. Tino Vassell on deck. The pitch, outside and low. Nice block by Johnston, who scoops it up, and the count runs full 3-2. The defense for the Merchants sees Jackson Nystrom in left, Max Giglieri in center, and Gio Martini in right. Lewis, Loxa, Olson, and Wheelock around the infield. Payoff pitch to Carlson, hit foul, straight back to the screen. Asked the home plate umpire Cam Jones if that would have been a strike if he laid off. He just extended his arms and hit a line drive straight back to the screen. And Tommy Curran wants a new baseball for what will be a full count pitch to Carlson, who's hitting .301. 8 doubles, 4 homers. He was on base 4 times last night. The payoff. Hunter lines it into left field for a base hit. Chase Taylor gets sent around third. He's going to come towards the plate. The throw goes into third base. And the Stompers are knocking around Tommy Curran yet again. 1-0 here in the first. Ben Sebastiani takes his 90 feet. An opposite field single for Carlson. Something that's always good to see. Going the other way, just shot it through what's a vacated shortstop position with Loxa holding the runner. First and second, still nobody out, but already one in.
We haven't seen Carlson go much to opposite field this year, and that can be such a weapon as a hitter if you can unlock that.
First pitch to Vassell is way high this time, 1-0, so maybe overcorrected the mistake of missing low, and it's going to force Jason Conrad to come out to the mound. In the first, the Stompers have gone single hit by pitch single. It's Hunter Carlson's 29th run batted into the season. He has retaken the lead from Tino Vassell, who tied him at 28 yesterday.
Vassell's got a chance to get him right back, though, here.
Ball to the corner and right could maybe even score two. The Stompers have Sebastiani at second and Carlson at first. Jacoby higher in conversation with Hunter. Jacoby has the first base coaching duties. Dave Oak already been busy with the send. He's over at third.
Righty tossing for Alameda already. Very similar to yesterday, just from first few batters we've seen. Beg your pardon, last time these two teams faced off. Sonoma didn't get hit until the fourth inning against Walnut Creek.
They've struck first here. They want more. 1-0 pitch to Vassell. Inside with a curveball at 69. He almost hit him. Two on, no out. 2-0 to Vassell takes a strike. Tino, a .330 hitter. 5 doubles, 4 home runs. He's driven in 7 against these Merchants this year. The pitch is bounced foul. 2-2. Tino 9 for 23 against Alameda. Trent Keys on deck. The top 3 average guys hitting in the middle of the order today. Carlson 301, Tino 330, and the man on deck Keys at 299. 2-2 pitch to Vassell. Outside and low, overthrew the fastball and it's filled up at 3-2. One more wide one loads him up for the Stomps. Curran peeks at second, delivers home, and Vassell strikes out swinging. Tino chased a fastball down. It's the first K for Curran and brings up Trent Keys.
It's a big out.
First one's always the toughest to get as a starter, and Tino Vassell gifted him one on a pitch down in the zone. Trent Keys with the knock could get his average over 300. Would just be the 3rd Stomper there. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch misses down and away. And continuing to struggle with the command is Tommy Curran. The Stompers need to capitalize and put up a crooked number here in the first. The pitch to Keys, he's late on a fastball at 84, 1-1. Taylor singled, Sebastiani was hit by a pitch, Carlson singled, and then Vassell struck out. 2 on, 1 out, 1-0. Curran working from the stretch, delivers outside.
Kind of a classic CCL zone we're seeing from Cam Jones, giving it a ball outside to batters.
I beg your pardon, that was a called strike. Cam Jones, a late call. Keys hits it foul back to the screen. 1-2 pitch to Keys. Stompers looking to extend a 1-0 cushion in the first. Curran's delivery, and Trent crushes one to right field. Martini has a beat on it, and a step shy of the track, he makes the catch. Sebastiani, no attempt to tag, was holding up a couple steps off the base. And so Eli Burnham has a chance to make some magic here in his first Stomper at bat. The right-handed hitting catcher went to UC Davis from Davis, California. He hit .274 with 4 doubles in 23 games for UC Davis. The first pitch to him is taken up and outside with a changeup. Burnham played the first half of the season with the Humboldt Crabs. Coming down to Sonoma to finish off the summer before heading back to Davis. He's ahead in the count 1-0. He takes a fastball down below the zone for a ball. Cam Jones with one of the most delayed strike calls you'll see in this league. Thinks through just about everything before making a call. Sebastiani off second, Carlson off first. Burnham takes a called strike. Inside corner this time from Curran. Two-one count. Burnham swings and misses. Late on a challenge, fastball up. And the count's 2-2. Curran, after allowing the first 3 to reach, a pitch away from escaping this jam with just a run. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Curran's pitch. Burnham hits a flare to right, not deep. Martini coming on, and he squeezes it to end the inning. For the Stompers in the frame, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the second, 1-0 Sonoma.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it. Not getting enough Stompers content? Stay connected all season long on social media. Follow at Sonoma Stompers on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok.
Stompers have the lead after 1. We start the second with Matthew Schallberger set to face Angelo Luna, Titus Wheelock, and Zach Lewis. Luna newly committed to Cal State LA. Played the last couple seasons at St. Edward's University. His third stop will be CSLA. Schallberger got a couple of pop-ups and a strikeout in that first inning. He worked around a 2-out single. And the first pitch to Luna is fouled straight back. The Merchants continue to be aggressive on the first pitch. Angelo battling injury this summer. He's just 6 for 22, and now his 12th game played. 2 doubles, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts.
Had a double in yesterday's win against San Luis Obispo.
Stands straight up and down in the lefty batter's box and hits it right back up the middle for a base hit. 2-hopper directly past Schallberger, probably skipped over second base, and that's the second hit for the Merchants, and that brings up Titus Wheelock. On the out-of-town scoreboard, the 2 top teams in the North play, and they gave you everything you would hope. 1-0 the final. The Slow Blues beat the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The only run scored on a wild pitch. Trey Lagrone started that game for Slow against Haskins for Walnut Creek, and Wheelock a big swing and a miss, 0-1. Titus played the last couple years for the Alameda Anchors, playing now his 7th game for the Merchants this summer. He's 7 for 19 with a double and a homer, 7 runs driven in. He's hit the cover off the ball when he's in there. He swings and misses here. An ugly hack. He's behind 0-2. Wheelock, a great season. He hit well over 300 at Fresno Pacific. He earned himself a spot at San Jose State. That's where he's going to play this fall, along with first baseman Anthony Shepler. The 0-2 pitch to him popped up. Foul. Shepler gives it a look, but it's out of play. Hits up on top of the Stomper batting cage right next to their bullpen, even with first base down that line. So Walnut Creek falls to 21-9, and Slow is now 26-12. Fun race atop the North. The Stompers all but locked into the 3rd position. 0-2 to Wheelock. Struck him out swinging. Titus looked outmatched that entire trip. Second strikeout for Schallberger. 3 ugly swings on 3 pitches at the top of the zone. And that's a 6th time Wheelock struck out, and now 20 at-bats. Brings up Zach Loomis, Stanislaus State. For the right hand, he plays his ball, 8 for 30 on the year. 11 strikeouts. And he swings and misses, 0-1. Schallberger stuff is on here in the 2nd inning after that mistake pitch to Luna. Lewis coming off a 3-hit game against the Blues yesterday. Merchants put up 10 runs. Schallberger with a high set and a pitch. Chased Lewis up out of the zone, 0-2. And Wheelock and now Lewis struggling to lay off pitches here against Schallberger, inducing swings and misses on pitches not particularly close. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, outside corner. It's a especially loud roar from the Arnold Field crowd as the beer batter's gone a-lookin'. Lewis now struck out for the 12th time. And it brings up Ben Johnston making his debut for the Merchants. That one's popped up foul back to the screen. Johnston from Cal State East Bay went just 1 for 7 for the Pioneers. Very limited run. Schallberger picks back to first. Luna dives back safely.
This is when it's nice to have two teams at this point in the season where you can kind of just pull guys up from already someone in near your organization. Alameda has that luxury with the Anchors and the Merchants.
0-1. Johnson hits it hard down the left field line. Hooks foul. And it's 0-2. Schallberger pitch away from striking out the side after Luna led off this inning with a single back through the middle. He hasn't left first base. He's watched Wheelock strike out swinging and Lewis strike out looking. Bennett Johnston behind the count. Shepler holds the runner at first with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Matthews 0-2 pitch. That ball's hit hard to left and deep. Connor Johnston chases back and he watches it fly. Bennett Johnson on an 0-2 pitch pulls one out to left, and the Merchants jump in front 2-1.
Nice way to make your debut. First at bat of the summer in the CCL, and you hit it over left field wall. 319 just escaped the short porch.
Connor Johnston just turned. He never really had a look. Had it a line drive over the left field fence. 2-1 Alameda, and that brings up Max Giglieri. Giglieri, another guy that announced his commitment over this summer. He's going to Winthrop. He's 0 for 3 in 3 games played, but he has hit 3 sac flies, and he takes inside. Burnham was set up away. It was a close pitch on the inside corner, but Eli barely corralled it. And now Giglieri takes outside 2-0. It's just his 4th game. A walk, 3 strikeouts, and 3 sac flies. A great situational hitter. He has to do it for himself here with the bases empty. The 2-0 pitch from Schallberger is hit hard into right. That's a base hit. Keys hustles towards the line to cut it off, and Giglieri will be held to a single. 3rd hit of the inning. And it flips the lineup, most importantly, to Nico Olson.
Now batting, second baseman number 4, Nico Olson.
Olson played his freshman season at Santa Clara and then last year at Kansas Wesleyan. And after the leadoff single, Schallberger got back-to-back strikeouts. He had Johnston 0-2. Bennett hit a home run to left, and then Giglieri hit a single. But a first pitch strike to Olson makes it 0-1.
And both hits were pretty hard off the bat. Good news for Schallberger. The next couple guys up, including Olson, were pretty weak flyouts.
Schallberger's pitch, over but low, 1-1. Sonoma had the first 3 guys reach, and they were only able to get a run. The Merchants, a nice job of capitalizing. 2-out long ball has flipped the score line. Runner goes. The pitch is down and away. It skips past Burnham. Stolen base for Giglieri is first. Eli Burnham didn't even have a chance if he caught that ball cleanly. Skipped right past him to the screen. Giglieri had it stolen. Counts now 2-1. Base hit to the outfield from Olson could extend the Merchant lead. And Nico steps out. Runner at second, Giglieri. 2 outs in a 2-1 game. Schallberger pitches. It's fouled straight back on a fastball, 86. It's a thigh-high fastball. And Olson hit it straight back to the screen. We'll see if that sets up a breaking ball to get him out of the inning. Schallberger's delivery. It is the breaking ball, and it's hit back up the middle. A diving stop by Europera to keep it on the infield. He throws to third. They have the runner hung up. The throw home. Burnham's going to run him back to third base, and now we have him hung up in a pickle. Misa runs him all the way back to the plate, and Tino Vassell's the one who makes the tag. The inning is over. So Olsen gets a single on the play, and Giglieri is thrown out at the plate to end the inning. In the frame, though, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second in a 2-1 game.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take a bow, Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win.
The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Not getting enough Stompers content? Stay connected all season long on social media. Follow at Sonoma Stompers on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok.
Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Anthony Shepler leads off. It'll go 7, 8, and 9. It'll be followed by Misael Europero and Connor Johnson, with his team now trailing by the score of 2-1. Tommy Curran gets to work with the lead. The lefty Shepler takes a called strike 1. Fastball at the knees of Anthony. Shemp's average up to 225. He has a 327 on base. 3 home runs for Shep, who goes with a home run swing there, but chases a curveball.
Did a good job working some counts yesterday against Walnut Creek. Drew 2 walks, including 1 in the 9th inning.
Oh-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. For Curran, it's his 2nd strikeout.
Now batting, out of Youngstown State, shortstop number 46, Misael Uripero.
And it brings up Misael Uripero, who's down to just 196. But he's crushed the baseball against these Merchants. He's 8 for 24 with 7 driven in. He takes a called strike. Jones, the home plate umpire, has been very forgiving off that outside corner thus far. The 0-1. Misa swings and misses at the curveball. And quickly he's behind 0-2. See what happens on 0-2. Johnson sets up outside, and Europero swings and misses over that curveball once again. He has thrown 4 of the 6 pitches this inning have been curveballs, and 4 have all induced swings and misses. And he's 2/3 of the way to an immaculate inning. Shepler and Europero both gone down on just 3 pitches. Connor Johnson trying to change that. Had a nice little game last time out against San Francisco. On base 4 times, a couple of hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch.
A few RBIs as well. It was probably his best game offensively.
CJ takes outside 1-0. So the immaculate inning bid ends 1 pitch sooner than the Stompers attempt at it. That was Aiden Tinsley on Tuesday against the Seagulls. Got 7 pitches into an inning. Ooh, a curveball works through the entire zone and then sticks at the bottom of it. Nice pitch. The 1-1, Johnson hits a weak ground ball to the left side. Tough play for Lewis. It gets through to the shortstop. Locks his throw to first is wide of the bag. Infield single for Connor Johnston. The only play that would have gotten the speedy Johnson out at first is if Zach Lewis could have fielded that ball cleanly on the second hop. He could not make the play. It got to Loxa, the shortstop, who tried to make a throw across the body. It pulled the Wheelock off the bag, wouldn't have mattered. And now Chase Taylor tries to deliver a 2-out hit to match that of Bennett Johnson, whose home run in the top of his frame has the scoreline at 2-1. Wheelock holds the runner, Johnson not going, and a curveball stays well high to Taylor. The left-handed hitter played at UConn this past season, a transfer from Los Medanos. The pitch to him is hit to the right side. Olsen, the second baseman, gobbles it up, spins, throws, and out is Taylor. And I think Zach Pace is going to maybe come halfway out, and he's going to head back. The only thing there is if Wheelock impeded Taylor's path to first base. The call was he did not. And the inning is over. The Stompers leave a 2-out single. We head to the third inning, still 2-1 Alameda.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
We play on into the third. Kai Loxa, Jackson Nystrom, Gio Martini, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup against Matthew Schallberger. Loxa popped out to the right fielder, Keys, back in the first inning. Schallberger working with his team down 2-1. Bennett Johnston's 2-run home run in the second. The difference, Loxa swings first pitch and hits it right to Ben Sebastiani, who gets a room service hop and throws out Loxa one away. so aggressive early in counts are these Merchants, which is good for pitchers to keep their pitch counts down.
Yeah, their strength has definitely been the offense this year. That's why they're pushing. They were pushing Sonoma for the last spot in the playoffs, and the way this game has started off, they could be making things pretty interesting. That 2-run homer giving them the lead.
That says your score stands 2-1, and Nystrom swings at the first pitch and misses. Jackson singled in the first. One of 5 hits already for Alameda. Schallberger works off the extreme first base side of the rubber, and there's a slider in there for a called strike. And he's way out in front 0-2. This, though, is the count where he gave up the long ball. And he hits Nystrom in the front shoulder. Tried to come up and inside with an 0-2 fastball, and it got a piece of Nystrom. A base runner for the 3rd consecutive inning. And Gio Martini, who struck out, comes up.
Right field number 23, Giovanni Martini.
Ground ball double play could get the Stompers out of it. Martini from Cal State East Bay, 11 for 33, an even .333 average. And he takes, this is the first time in 4 hitters that Alameda has taken the first pitch. Shepler holds Nystrom at first. He doesn't go. The pitch is hit hard to right. Trent Keys cannot come up with it. It bounces towards his bare hand side. A nice play on a softly hit single, first and second. And Schallberger not allowing the hardest contact you'll ever see, but he is now allowed 7 hits.
That's what's going to happen when you're someone who competes in the zone.
Designated hitter number 35.
Sometimes guys will get hits off you, and that's what's happened here in this game.
Still a chance to get out of it with just a pitch with Luna, a left-handed hitter, coming up. Another guy that bounced around, Consumers River to St. Edward's U, now to Cal State LA. Waggles the bat behind his back shoulder, stares out toward Schallberger and swings first pitch and hits it foul. That one, I can justify swinging first pitch. That's a fastball right in the sweet spot of Luna's swing. 88 miles an hour, right down the middle and a little bit up. Titus Wheelock waits on deck. 2 on with 1 out here in this 3rd inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Luna chases. Slider down at the bottom of the zone. And the issue hasn't been getting ahead of hitters. Schallberger's done that all night. It's been putting away hitters when you have them. 0-2, 1-2. Right on left, Schallberger to Luna. Angelo starts but stops his swing in time and takes below the zone. Infield and outfield play straight away for Angelo. 7 for 23. He's missed time this season with a hamstring injury that he suffered here at Arnold Field, diving for a line drive while playing first base. Schallberger ahead 1-2, misses, up and out. Changed up on him, but not where he wanted it. It's an even count. I think Schallberger rarely steps off. Luna stepped down, kicked the dirt out of his cleats. Schallberger stoic on the mound, did not leave the slab. Now he's ready to deliver a 2-2 pitch after a peek at second, and Luna fouls it straight back to the screen. A challenge fastball if there ever was one. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Schallberger to Luna. Struck him out swinging. That's a disgusting pitch. Slider biting in on the hands, tied up Luna inside. Perfect tie him up slider, and it worked in on the hands. That's a near impossible pitch to barrel for a left-handed hitter. It looks like it's sitting middle in. You try to get around it, and you swing right over it. It's the 4th strikeout for Schallberger. Now Titus Wheelock takes low. It kicks away from Burnham out towards third base, and scampering back to second is Nystrom. On the out-of-town scoreboard, just one final. That was Slow over Walnut Creek at Monte Vista, 1-0. And the only run scored, as I mentioned, on a wild pitch. 3 hits Walnut Creek was held to. Just 7 total. Schallberger behind for one of the first times today. He struck out Wheelock back in the second, and Titus takes a called strike. Slider at the knees. Trey Lagrone went 5 innings, turned it over to Mikey Rodriguez, who went 2.2, and Carson Boyer slammed the door with an inning and a third. Vance Haskins got the start for Walnut Creek. Sets us up to see Joey Lorenzini tomorrow. That one's past Burnham, in and out of his glove. It's a pass ball to Burnham on a spiked fastball in the far batter's box. Two balls and 1 strike. Pass ball charged to Burnham in his 3rd inning here at Arnold. And now 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. The pitch to Schallberger. The pitch from Schallberger to Wheelock is fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2-1 Merchants in the 3rd. Schallberger sets just below the letters and delivers. Wheelock, an emergency hack on an off-speed pitch, and he shoots it foul straight back to the screen.
Emergency is the best way you could put that hack. He had a very similar pitch that he took for a called strike. He wasn't going to risk it there in the 2-strike count.
Did a great job to stay alive. Let's see what he can do now on another 2-2. Schallberger has a pitch to waste. Burnham sets up down, and it's a breaking ball down, and Wheelock fouls back once again. Wheelock has power to really change this scoreline. A home run and a double out of his 7 hits. Demolished a ball over the scoreboard at San Bruno Park for his lone long ball. Another 2-2 from Schallberger. Wheelock fouls it straight back again. He's timing up the fastball. He'll see an 8th pitch. He's fouled off 4 consecutive pitches. Breaker, 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 and then Schallberger tried to blow the fastball by him. Wheelock a little too quick. The 2-2 offer. Wheelock takes upstairs, 3-2. And we'll now see a 9th pitch of this battle.
I like the high fastball there after you saw Wheelock swing at a couple of off-speed pitches blown away.
Just want to be a little bit more competitive. It's an easy take from Wheelock. Let's see what he does on a 3-2 pitch. Schulberger strikes him out looking. Froze him at the knees with the heater. And the Merchants leave 2 on just 1 hit. No Stomper errors. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a 2-1 game.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than... The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Not getting enough Stompers content? Stay connected all season long on social media. Follow at Sonoma Stompers on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok.
Two, 3, and 4 in the Stomper order. Starts with Ben Sebastiani, who was hit by a pitch on a curveball. First pitch he saw from Curran back in the 2nd inning. He was stranded at second. Ben started this season in league play 0 for 14. He's 5 for 14 since then. $179 on the average overall. Right-handed hitter takes a called strike 1. You know what you're going to get from Cam Jones, a pretty big zone. He'll give you half a ball at the bottom and then a ball and a half to 2 off the corner away. Very pitcher friendly. 0-1. Sebastiani takes curveball on the corner, 0-2, and Ben finds himself in a hole in a hurry. No balls and 2 strikes to Sebastiani leading off this inning, and he takes a fastball a little bit overthrown by Curran, 1-2. With that hit by pitch in the 1st inning, Ben's now earned 10 free passes, 5 walks, and 5 hit by pitches. Hunter Carlson on deck. The 1-2. Sebastiani hits it to the shortstop. Loxa knocks it down, and Sebastiani aboard on an error.
Just messed up on the transfer there a little bit.
It was hit right at him.
Simple play to make, really, for a shortstop. You'd expect Loxa to have it when playing someone who plays in the middle of the infield almost every day for these Merchants.
Had almost too much time to think about it. He got in front of it. It just came in and out of his glove and sort of rolled away from him. And Carlson now ahead 1-0. He takes a curveball down and away. Stompers have a chance to answer the 2 spot in the top of the second. The score holds at 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Curveball in there on the inside corner, 1-1. Very nice pitch from Curran, who's going to that curveball at 68, 69 miles an hour a lot here after struggling in the first inning with the fastball command. A check on first base, a high throw corralled by Wheelock.
And if your curveball is locating better than your fastball, you might as well use it like a fastball as a primary pitch. Work backwards almost against these hitters.
Curran entered throwing his fastball almost 40-45% of the time. That's what he throws to Carlson, who fouls it at home plate 1-2. Sonoma set up once more. They left 2 in the first, 1 in the second. They had the leadoff man aboard, Sebastiani, here in the third. Curran a lefty to Carlson a lefty. Sebastiani dances off first. The pitch to Hunter is bounced up the first baseline, foul. That's that curveball again. Hardest hook we've seen. Carlson, then Vassell. Sebastiani led off the inning. He got on via an error by Kai Locks of his shortstop. Hunter, that classic open stance that we've seen all summer. RBI single in the first inning. The 1-2 to him is hit through a vacated right side. Sebastiani will take a turn and hold up at second base. A 2-hit day for Hunter Carlson. And just exactly like the first inning, it's first and second with nobody out.
Third baseman, number 21, Tino Vassell.
Tino Vassell walks to the plate. Zach Pace comes out to meet him, and Matt's either to say that the automatic first and second nobody out bunt sign is on, or if he calls it off for the Stompers' hottest hitter. And I would lay it down with Zach Lewis, the third baseman, playing even with the bag at third. Now he creeps in. But first pitch of Vassell, he does square to bunt. He takes it, and it's gonna kick away from Johnston. Wild pitch allows Sebastiani to move to third and Carlson to move to second. And now there's 2 in scoring position for Vassell.
What we've said all summer, Kieran, Paul Madarena, the hitting coach, emphasizes showing bunt early because it throws off the pitcher. That's exactly what happened there. And you did your job. You got 2 in scoring position, except you didn't get out, and you're still at the plate. You can now drive them in.
And the infield's going to slowly make his way in. I think Nico Olsen didn't get the sign. He's back at second. Locks is in at short, and Wheelock's in at first. Vassell lines this one right field. Martini's going to make the catch. Tagging is Sebastiani. The throw is cut off by Wheelock, and it's an RBI for Tino Vassell, and we have ourselves a tie game. And we once again have a tie at the top of the Stomper RBI leaderboard. Hunter Carlson and Tino Vassell have 29 apiece. And that's going to bring Albert Luna out to the mound to have a discussion with both Tommy Curran and the infield. There's a righty up and throwing. I wonder if this will be the move, or just a consultation with his manager. He has to deal with Trent Keys, who flew out his first trip to the plate. But coming off a nice day yesterday, we had a couple of hits, including a double.
Yeah, Keys has probably been the hottest hitter of the week so far for Sonoma. He's now 4 for 8 with a couple of doubles, some RBIs. We've seen that RBI count climb up a ton for TK.
He's up to 11 on the season.
And he was stuck at 3 for much of the first half of the year, and now he's become more reliable with runners in scoring position.
Albert Luna's going to ride with his guy. Curran will face Keys. Maybe it also could be a scouting report on TK. Trent played under Luna at Videlta College last year. Runner at seconds, Carlson with 1 out. The pitch to TK is a curveball. That's a called strike. That first pitch hook's really working for Tommy Curran. RBI opportunity for Trent. He'll have to do it from behind the count, 0-2. He's taken back-to-back curveballs at 67 miles an hour. One at the top of his zone and now one at the bottom. Carlson, the go-ahead run at second base with just 1 out. Curran's pitch, fastball, and Keys strikes out swinging. Tommy Curran's 4th strikeout.
Worked backwards there. 2 curveballs to start and then a fastball right at the knees. Great sequence from Tommy Curran.
And Eli Burnham in a similar situation to his first at-bat as a Stomper. 2 outs and a man at second. A chance for his first ribby. First pitch to Burnham. There's a first pitch fastball, and it's a called strike 1. Burnham, right-handed hitter from UC Davis, takes a called strike. Outside corner curveball, 0-2. 23 games for the Aggies, and also a half summer for the Humboldt Crabs. Late addition to the Stomper roster after the departures of both Andrew Bonfiglio and Angel Garcia in the span of 48 hours. And Burnham hits it foul. Humboldt Crabs playing in the Pacific Empire League this year, and got a former Stomper on the roster in Colton Boardman. Boardy played for CSUN. He's moved schools since then. 0-2 pitch. Burnham bounces this one towards short. Loxa from very deep short throws him out, and the side is retired. But the Stompers tie the game thanks to an Alameda error and a single. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the 4th inning. Nate Martin takes over on play-by-play in a tie ball game.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe,
located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
Zach Pace goes to the bullpen. They open the fourth. Devin Laginto comes in for Matthew Schallberger, who went 3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, hit a batter, and then struck out 4. Laginto faces the bottom of the order, Lewis, Johnson, and Giglieri from Alameda, and fires a first pitch ball to Zach Lewis. Laginto wants to work quick. He immediately fires a second pitch that misses, rather finds the zone. 1-1. Back-to-back fastballs to Zach Lewis. Cam Jones, the home plate umpire, with a big zone here tonight. As Lewis swings and misses, 1-2. Zach Lewis struck out looking the first time up. This is his second time hitting today. And Laginto has had strikeout success against the Merchants as he fires a 1-2 that goes all the way to the back screen, 2-2. Last time we saw Devin was a week ago today, where he struck out 7 3 1/3. He earned the save in a 14-10 win. His third of the year gives him a team lead as the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Laginto picks up where he left off. His first strikeout of the night, and the first batter he faces, one down here in the top of the fourth. Brings up Ben Johnston. This is a part of the order that Schallberger struggled with. Johnston had a homer. The man on deck, Giglieri, had a single. And Olsen, after him, had a single as well. Johnson swings and misses at a pitch right over the plate. A fastball once more from Laginto at 87. That's probably why Pace wanted to go to Laginto in this spot, as he misses outside on an off-speed 1-1. There's the slider from Devin. Laginto started out at Grand Canyon, transferred to Delta College, now hoping to get back up to the D1 level, as he's having a very solid summer this year with the Stomps. The 1-1. Taken outside, ball 2. Laginto has struck out 19 12 2/3. Besides a couple of bad outings, has looked brilliant as he finds the top of the zone there on the fastball, 2-2. Working quickly, fires a 2-2 that bounces off the catcher Burnham. Full count here to Ben Johnston. The way Laginto works is he likes to go quick, and while that can be tough for the hitter, it's also an adjustment for Eli Burnham, the catcher making his debut for Sonoma today. Just the second pitcher he's had this summer with the Stomps, as Johnston strikes out swinging. 2 Ks for Laginto in the first 2 batters he faces. He's now has to retire Max Giglieri if he wants to strike out the side. The lefty committed to Winthrop hit a single back in the second. That was his first hit of the summer, now 1 for 4 with 4 RBIs, all from sacrifice flies. He hits that one the other way, but it drops foul right in front of third base coach and manager Albert Luna. Luna, noted pitching coach. He coaches Devin Laginto at Delta. As the righty fires a strike 2 on the outer half of the plate. Also works with Jackson Flora, recent 4th overall pick in the MLB draft to the San Francisco Giants. First pitcher taken in this year's draft. Laginto's 0-2. Looked at outside, ball 1. It was actually Luna who got Flora to go from a position player as a shortstop to a pitcher, and it certainly paid off. Laginto's 1-2. Taken low, ball 2. Giglieri coming back in the count here after seeing 2 strikes to start. He's back even against Laginto with the top of the order on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Laginto comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Devin Laginto strikes out the side here in the top of the 4th. We head into the bottom half of the inning, all squared up at 2.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana ice cream and treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority. And Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
New arm into the game here for Alameda. Replacing Tommy Curran is Griffin Sutton, the 6'2", 230-pound righty from Livermore, California. Played his spring at CSU East Bay, committed to Delta College, JUCO school, where he'll be coached by his manager from the Merchants, Alberto Luna. Sutton starts off by facing Shepler, the lefty, who fouls that one back 0-1. It'll be Shepler, Urapero, and Johnston here for Sonoma. Starting off with Shepler, who struck out swinging on just 3 pitches to start out the second. the 0-1. Scheffler skies that one to right. Martini tracks over and makes the grab in fair territory. One down here in the bottom of the fourth. Curran's day had 3 innings of work, 4 hits, 2 runs allowed, 1 hit by pitch, and 4 strikeouts. One of those strikeouts, the man coming up to the plate, Misael Europero. This time, the Venezuelan Europero facing Griffin Sutton for the first time, who delivers a breaking ball that misses outside, 1-0. Sutton has made 5 appearances this year, 2 of them starts. And it's been a tough start to the year for Sutton, who was allowed 9 runs. He finds the zone there, brings the count even at 1-1. Someone who likes to compete in the zone. 15 hits to just 3 walks. He struck out 9. Delivers a 1-1, which Europero takes low and away, ball 2. Misa below the Mendoza line this summer, but with 18 RBI, that's the 3rd most on the Stompers. He's got nobody on here with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. Sutton's 2-1. Misa hits that one the other way, not very deep. Nystrom charges it, and it drops in front of him. Europero with a 1-out single, his first knock of the day, sends it the other way to bring up Connor Johnston with 1 down. CJ having a little bit of a hit streak here. He's gotten a knock in each of his last 2 starts, including 1 today. Had 3 RBIs on Tuesday against San Francisco. That represents a 3rd on the year for the Bellarmine Knight. His first time at facing Sutton this afternoon has Europero at first with 1 down. The righty comes home and misses outside, ball 1. Johnston just 1 extra base hit on the year. That was a double. Heading into his redshirt freshman season out in Kentucky at Bellarmine, as he gets a 1-0 breaking ball that misses outside, ball 2. He'll be joined by recent commit Angel Garcia, who finished his Stompers summer last Sunday with a home run against the Seagulls. The 2-0. Outside again, ball 3. Sutton has missed a couple of times outside here against Johnston. That's where you want to try and throw it with Cam Jones at home plate. A very big zone. We've seen him give it a ball and a half to 2 balls outside, especially against lefties. The 3-0. Called strike 1. 7 of the 9 guys in the lineup today for Sonoma are left-handed, including the man on deck, Chase Taylor. Only Ben Sebastiani and Eli Burnham are the righties in the order. Hitters count. Runner takes off. Called strike 2. The throw over to second, in and out of the glove of Loxa. Europero with a stolen base to get into scoring position. That's Europero's 11th of the summer, behind Wesley Bass for the team lead. As Johnston's in a full count here with a runner at second. The payoff pitch. Taken low and in for ball 4. CJ draws a walk, his 5th of the summer. Puts runners on first and second for the top of the order, and Chase Taylor 1 for 2 today with a single. During the win streak, Taylor gone on over half his plate appearances, including a game against these Merchants where he reached 5 times. His first time at facing Griffin Sutton today with runners on first and second, 1 down. The righty comes home, and Taylor takes below the knees for a ball. Taylor heading back to Storrs, Connecticut for his second year at UConn. Hit .241 with the Huskies this past spring. One of the better baseball programs in the Northeast. The 1-0. Off speed pitch that misses again, ball 2. Sutton struggling to find the zone here. He's someone who doesn't walk a ton. That free pass issued to Connor Johnson, who stands at first, was only his 4th of the summer. And now 10 innings of work for Sutton. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Taylor couldn't reach a pitch on the outer edge. As Sutton tries to come back in the count here. Then Sebastiani on deck. He's reached both times he's been up today. The 2-1. Taken for a ball up and away. Europero over at second was dancing a little bit, trying to throw off the rhythm of Griffin Sutton. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 on, hitters count. 1 down in the inning. Sutton kicks and fires. And Taylor takes a called strike 2. Right at the knees, maybe a little bit low. Griffin Sutton in a full count for the second batter in a row. He walked Johnson in the same scenario. He's at first. Europero at second. As that one misses high, ball 4. A walk to load the bases with Ben Sebastiani coming to the plate here. Jason Conrad, the Merchants pitching coach, looks over to his bullpen. No one warming up for Alameda. As Albert Luna going to come out of a dugout to maybe buy some time for someone to warm up, and now a righty is tossing. Griffin Sutton struggling with his command this inning. That's out of character. Someone who can attack the zone. Only 3 walks entering today. He's now issued back-to-back to Johnson and Taylor. Europero stands at third with a opposite field single. Johnson at second, Taylor at first. Then Sebastiani comes to the plate. Second on the team in average in the month of July. That included a pinch hit, 2 RBI single back in the 9th inning yesterday to make it a 1-run game with 2 outs against Walnut Creek, who entered the day at first place in the CCL North. They're fighting with San Luis Obispo for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. As Sebastiani steps in, bases loaded, 1 down. Corner of the infield's play in, the first pitch, breaking ball outside, ball 1. Johnston, the catcher, did a good job for preventing that one going to the backstop. He gets instructions from the dugout. We've seen the Merchants call the game from their own dugout, give the signs, rather than the catcher call them, as the 1-0. Sebastiani bounces that one over to third, gloved by Lewis, who gets the runner out there himself, but a run crosses the plate. An RBI fielder's choice that gets out Connor Johnston. Scores Misael Europero, allows Taylor to advance to second and Ben Sebastiani to reach. Brings up Hunter Carlson with 2 on, 2 down. Ben Sebastiani's 4th RBI of the year. Someone who's coming on here in the second half of the season. Hunter Carlson at the plate. He's been hot all year. Takes a fastball outside for a called strike 1. Carlson above 300. Leads the CCL North. Another second in the CCL North for RBIs. Tied for the team lead with Tino Vassell. Only behind Cesar Chavez on the Slow Blues. As he looks at an off-speed, low and away, ball 1. And he's already got 2 hits today. Both singles, one that scored a run back in the first. Taylor at second, Sebastiani at first. A very similar scenario to when Hunter Carlson scored that run. As the 1-1 comes in, he lifts that one to right field. Wheelick chases over in foul territory, and he watches it bounce into the Stompers' bullpen. 1-2 here to Carlson. Sonoma looking for a crooked number. They've scored a run in the first, the third, and the fourth, hoping to add on here with 2 down, 2 on. The 1-2 to Carlson misses outside. Ball 2. Johnston set up early on that fastball up and away. It's a big zone, especially on the outer half from Cam Jones. Sutton couldn't find it there. What does he do on the 2-2 with 2 on, 2 down? Look back at second and comes home. Carlson lifts that one to right center. Giglieri and Martini run over and it drops for a base hit. 1 run comes home. That's Taylor. Sebastiani held up at third. A second RBI single of the day for Hunter Carlson doubles Sonoma's lead. It's 4-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Gives Carlson his 30th RBI of the year. That's now the solo team lead ahead of Tino Vassell, who got RBI 29 earlier today. He's got a runner at third and Ben Sebastiani and Carlson at first. The first pitch. Vassell rips that one over to second. Olsen can't glove it and a run scores. Hunter Carlson says, I score a run. Tino Vassell says, I'll answer right back. An RBI single, first hit of the day for the USF Don. His second RBI. 5-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. A lot of the damage done on 2 outs. Brings up Trent Keys. Still 2 on. TK 0 for 2 today. And bounces that one foul. 0-1. Keys in the portal after a year at Delta. Sutton, the pitcher, heading to San Joaquin this fall. His second stop in 2 years as he comes in on the 0-1 and Keys can't connect. It's 0-2. TK, third on the team in average, entering today at .299. He's trying to continue the inning with 3 already across the plate. The 0-2. He lifts that one to right center. Giglieri and Martini come over into the gap, and it's Giglieri who makes a running grab to retire the side. But not before 3 runs come across the plate for Sonoma on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. We head into the top of the 5th, and a 3-run game, the Stomps lead.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
One of the better traditions at Arnold Field, the YMCA just finished, which means it's time to play the top of the fifth. Devin Laginto faced the minimum and struck out all three. He's now entering his second inning of work and fires a strike at the top of the zone to Nico Olson. Olson 1 for 2 today with a single back in the second. He looks at a pitch out and away. Ball 1. Laginto's 1-1. Just finds the outside of his own 1-2. If you want to experience one of the great Sonoma traditions here at Arnold Field, the YMCA, make sure to grab your tickets at stompersbaseball.com. Laginto's 1-2's fouled away. Got a game this Saturday against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. That one could be big for playoff implications. Sonoma trying to get into second in division. They currently sit at third. The 1-2. Bouncer over to third. Vassell gloves. Throws across the infield in time for the first out of the inning. Devin Laginto hasn't missed a step against these Merchants. One down here in the top of the fifth with Kyle Oxis at the plate. Sonoma scored 3 in the bottom of the fourth, which means Devin's got a lead to defend. He comes in the zone but misses low. 1-0 to Loxa, who's 0 for 2 today. The 1-0. That one skied to shallow left. Johnston comes in and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. Laginto got 3 strikeouts in the fourth. It's been his defense here in the fifth. A ground out and a fly out to bring up Jackson Nystrom, who's reached both times today. The USF Don hit above 300 for San Francisco. He's been very solid in just a few games for Alameda, 5 for 9 with 2 walks and a hit by pitch. He stares at a breaking ball called strike 1. Laginto with a slider in the zone. Caught Nystrom off guard. The 0-1. Another slider, that one at the knees, 0-2. Laginto maybe working backwards here. Back-to-back breaking balls. What does he go to on the 0-2 as Nystrom gets clarification on the zone? Laginto fires. Another breaking ball. That one 2 in. And low, ball 1. Nystrom has only struck out once this year. He's trying to keep the inning alive. He skies that one to left. Johnston running back at the track, and he watches it leave. Second home run of the day for Alameda, first by Jackson Nystrom. He cuts the deficit to 2. It's 5-3 here in the top of the fifth with 2 down. .356, a no-doubter for the USF Dawn. Trying to make things interesting here for Alameda as Gio Martini comes up with 2 down, nobody on. The first pitch, he fouls that back, 0-1. Martini 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a single. The 0-1. That one ripped to right center. Keys and Taylor run over, and it's off the wall. A one-hopper gloved by Keys. Martini digs for second and gets in there standing. The inning rolls on here in the top of the 5th. A 2-out double to bring up Angelo Luna with a runner in scoring position now. 102 miles an hour off the bat of Gio Martini in his second hit of the day, and that one was certainly a lot more louder than the single back in the 3rd. We've seen Devin Leginto struggle to adjust with runners on. He's someone that likes to work out of the windup. I'll have to tighten up with a runner in scoring position. With Angelo Luna coming to the plate here, 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. He scored a run back in the 2nd. Leginto's 0-1. Beg your pardon, first pitch that misses outside, ball 1. Leginto agrees on a sign with Burnham, looks back at second and comes home. And misses on a off-speed pitch. 2 straight balls to Angelo Luna. The 2-0, hitters count. And Leginto misses high, ball 3. After retiring the first 2 batters he's faced, Leginto surrendered a home run to Jackson Nystrom, having a hard hit double to Gio Martini. He's thrown 3 straight balls, all 3 not really close to his own. As a pitch comes in, that's a fastball through the heart, 3-1. Angelo Luna had the red light there. He represents the tying run. Sonoma scored 3 back in the 4th. 1 run already across, a runner on, 2 down. Hitters count to the big and powerful lefty, Angelo Luna, who looks at ball right over strike 2 outside. Good location from Devin Leginto, who can get out of the inning with a strike. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Leginto's 4th strikeout of the day gets him out of the 5th, but not before a run comes across the plate thanks to a Jackson Nystrom solo shot. We head to the bottom of the 5th in a 2-run game, Sonoma in front.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana ice cream and treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom. The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor. Bank of Marin's philosophy is banking built on trust and relationships. Bank of Marin's creative and customized solutions safely and confidently support your growth and success now and into the future. Whether you're a sole proprietor forging ahead with your first company or the CEO of a well-established corporation, Bank of Marin's local bankers will work side by side with you to help you reach your financial goals. Bank of Marin, the official financial institution of the Sonoma Stompers.
Catcher number 25, Eli Burnham.
Jack Karst into the game for Alameda to start the bottom of the fifth. He'll face Burnham, Shepler, and Urapero. Starting with new catcher for Sonoma, Eli Burnham. First pitch. A breaking ball looked at for a called strike one. Burnham yet to reach today in his debut. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Facing the new arm, Karst, who delivers another off speed, taken for strike two. Karst, this is his 8th appearance of the summer. He's 1-0 with a 2.81 ERA through 16 innings. He struck out 16 batters. The 0-2. Fastball just misses outside, ball one. And another guy who likes to compete in the zone. 14 walks to just 7 walks. 14 hits to just 7 walks, beg your pardon. Recently committed to Vanguard, where he'll join Kays DeRomalar. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to Eli Burnham. His first time going down via the K this summer for Sonoma. Brings up Anthony Shepler, who struck out himself today. He's 0 for 2.
First baseman number 7, Anthony Shepler.
As I said, Karst heading to Vanguard. Will be part of a recruiting class that also has Kays DeRomalar, who's done for the summer with Sonoma. First pitch, Shepler hits that one the other way into foul territory. Loxa and Nystrom both run over, and it's off the wrist of Lewis, the third baseman. Didn't really have a good read on that ball. He easily could have made the play for the second out of the inning and gives a new lease on life to Anthony Shepler with one down. Lewis seems to be okay. He heads back over to third. Loxa to short, Nystrom to left field. Sonoma has the most home runs in the month of July out of any team in the CCL North. They've hit 15. Shepler has 3 of them. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, beg your pardon. In an 0-2 count, Shepler has struck out 16 times this season. Karst already has 1 today. The 0-2 taken below the knees, ball 1. Sutton's day, who pitched the 4th and who Jack Karst came in to relieve, gave up 3 hits, a walk, 3 runs. Struck out nobody. As Shepler drops that one into shallow left for a base hit. Nystrom fields it on 1 hop. Anthony Shepler continues his good month of July with a single. He's now 1 for 3 on the day. Brings up Misael Urapero.
Shortstop number 46, Misael Urapero.
Misa was the first of 6 Stompers to reach back in the 4th inning, where 3 scored. Sonoma in front by 2. Lefty against the righty, Karst. who bounces that one foul. 0-1. Europero has gotten a hit now in back-to-back games. He was 1 for 5 against Walnut Creek yesterday with a couple of strikeouts. He's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a single. Middle of the infield at double play depth. Loxa at short, Olsen at second. Shepler stands at first. The 0-1 bounced off the knee of Europero and foul. Europero usually has a pink ankle protector. He's without one today, but still sports the pink batting gloves, the pink elbow guard, and the pink Air Jordan 1 cleats. I mean, ever since those Air Jordan 1 cleats have come out, I feel like every single athlete in the world has worn them at one point or another. Counts 0-2 here to Europero. All freshman team at Youngstown State. He's behind 0-2 and looks at a fastball low and away, ball 1. Karst, long pause, awaiting to throw the 1-2 to Europero. A quick glance over at first as that one's fouled off again. We'll do it the 1-2 once more. And while the average has been low this year for Misa, he's getting on base at a .355 clip. Third on the team in RBIs. Has a couple in doubles and a homer here at Arnold Field. 2 of those 3 extra base hits came in a single game versus these Merchants. As the sun's starting to set, Arnold Field fully in a shade. The 1-2. Europero lines that over to third and gloved by Lewis. The throw back to first. Away. Shepler dove back in safe on a throw that drew Tyson Wheelock off the bag. 2 down with Connor Johnson to the plate. He's reached both times he's been up today with a single and a walk. He's trying to keep this 5th inning rolling with 2 down. First pitch to the lefty. Johnson looks at a breaking ball at the knees. 0-1. CJ having a nice week so far. Couple of hits, few RBIs. Has a chance to score another with Shepler at first. The 1-0. He takes ball 2. Slider low and in. Sizable Thursday night crowd here at Arnold Field. Trying to see a win from Sonoma as the 2-0 comes in. Johnston hits that one the opposite way. Nystrom watches it go foul and out of play into the beer garden down the left field side. Counts 1-2 to Johnston. The 2-strike offering to CJ. He skies that one to right. Martini runs in and it drops for a base hit. Shepler going from first to third. The throw goes to second and the inning rolls on. First and third, 2 outs for the top of the order. Chase Taylor. Connor Johnston has reached all 3 times today.
Now batting, center fielder number 1, Chase Taylor.
As he brings up Chase Taylor. Trying to extend a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 down. Righty on lefty. Karst comes home. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Karst's worst appearance of the summer was last time out. He gave up a couple of runs to Menlo Park on July 1st. Hasn't pitched since then. He has runners at the corners, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. Taylor looks at it for a ball. Taylor 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk. Reached 3 times yesterday against Walnut Creek. The 1-1. He crushes one to right center. Martini comes onto it and makes the grab and the gap for the final out of the inning. Sonoma leaves 2 on 2 hits, no errors, no runs. We head into the top of the 6th and a 2-run game.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. We know you love watching the game on the Stompers YouTube channel, but nothing beats coming out to the park. Support your Stompers at Arnold Field all summer long. Get your tickets at stompersbaseball.com or give us a call at 707-522-7284.
Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Top of the 6th in a 2-run game. Laginto stays in for his 3rd inning of work against Wheelock. Lewis and Johnson, all 3 struck out the last time up as Wheelock fouls that one away, 0-1. Laginto retired the first 5 guys he saw, then gave up a home run and a hard-hit double back in the 5th. As that one's fouled off again, 0-2, very quickly to Titus Wheelock. Laginto proceeded to strike out Angelo Luna to get out of the 5th. Has 4 punch-outs on the day. He struck out 7 the last time he faced these Merchants. The 0-2. One hopper over to Europero at short, who fires that one into first in time. Titus Wheelock, retired for the 3rd consecutive time, brings up Zach Lewis 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts.
Now batting,
13 strikeouts through 32 at-bats for Zach Lewis. As he gets a first pitch from Laginto and looks at it in the dirt. 1-0. Devin Laginto, his 2nd week in a row pitching against his collegiate coach at Delta as Lewis fouls that one back, 1-1. His former collegiate coach, Laginto, in the portal currently as he tries to bounce back to the D1 level. Albert Luna, the pitching coach at San Joaquin Delta, as that one's fouled, 1-2.
Now, Laginto, from what I've heard, fielding a couple of offers to get back to that top level of college baseball.
his second summer here in Sonoma. Somebody wants to stretch it out for as long as he can. The 1-2. Outside, ball 2. And as we've seen with a lot of guys, some colleges want you to stay at the summer ball level. Some of them don't want you to stay for too long. A few Stompers have left this week. It's the 2-2. Taken at the knees. Cold, strike 3. Lewis goes down looking for the second time today, his third strikeout. Laginto's 5th. The beer batter making Arnold Field fans quite happy, and Kieran Costa stays hot on your beer batter picks.
Hat trick already today.
2 down in the inning brings up Ben Johnston. A home run and a strikeout. He hits that one the other way, very shallow right, and it drops foul. Shepler and Keys couldn't reach.
Now batting, catcher number 13, Bennett Johnston.
The CSU East Bay man. Got the call up from the Alameda Anchors of the BACL to the Alameda Merchants here in the CCL. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Laginto agrees on the sign and comes home. Fastball high, ball 1. Sonoma leads 5-3. Laginto trying to put up a 0. He fires a 1-2 and misses below the knees. 2-2. Johnston coming back in the count. Laginto, the Roanoke Park native, fires a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 6 Ks on the day for Devin Laginto. A 1-2-3 inning to bring up the bottom of the 6th. Sonoma in front by 2.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority. And Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Bottom of the 6th at Arnold Field as this game drags on past the 2-hour mark. The lights still not on. There was a bit of controversy in between the middle of this inning. We're playing on with Ben Sebastiani getting a breaking ball over the plate. 0-1. Sebastiani has reached all 3 times he's been up today with a hit by pitch, an error, and a fielder's choice. He gets an 0-1 and misses. 0-2. Karst into a spotty situation back in the 5th. Had runners on the corners, but got out of it with no damage done. He's got to put up a 0 to keep Alameda in touching distance. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a good way to do it. Karst's 2nd strikeout of the day. Brings up Hunter Carlson, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And with the lights off, this is one where you might just want to try and hit it high in the sky and see what happens.
Still lots of light out there. Lights would have very little to no effect if they were on right now, but they'll be on in just a few moments.
2-run game. Carlson looks at a pitch at the top of the zone. 0-1. Carlson has 30 RBIs on the year. The man on deck, Tino Vassell, does as well. Another breaking ball. Cold. Strike 2. 2 at the top of the zone to Hunter Carlson in a row. I think if you give a 3rd breaking ball at that height, could be trouble for Alameda. Carlson leads Sonoma in home runs with 4. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Jack Karst.
Now batting, third baseman number 21, Tino Vassell.
Once more on immaculate inning watch.
Happened back in the 2nd. The first pitch to the 3rd batter was called a ball, as is that one high. 1-0. Not something we've seen this summer. An immaculate inning we've gotten close a couple of times. And we'll have to wait once more. The 1-0 to Tino. Taken for a called strike, and there's the lights. An applause from the Arnold Field crowd. We're ready to roll on here in Sonoma. The 1-1. Taken high, ball 2. Vassell 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. He also struck out back in the 1st. The reigning CCL hitter of the week. Trying to continue where he left off. The 2-1. Fouled. 2-2. So 2nd on the team in on-base percentage, where he's tied with Hunter Carlson entering today. Trent Keys, the man on deck, leads Sonoma in that category, although he's 0 for 3 today himself. Karst, 2-2. Hit right back up the middle and through for a base hit. 2nd single of the day for Tino Vassell. Continues the inning here in the bottom of the 6th. Trent Keys to the plate with 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder number 3, Trent Keys.
Keys entered today 4 for 8. He's 0 for 3 today. Pardon, 4 for 8 this week. He's 0 for 3 today. He's going to try and keep this inning rolling for Eli Burnham on deck. As Keys calls for time, wants another moment to gather himself, a deep breath, and back into the batter's box for the first pitch he sees from Jack Karst, the recent Vanguard commit. Long pause and comes home. inside, ball one. Nearly hit Trent Keys, who has 14 hit by pitches on the year, tied with Hunter Carlson. The 1-0. Hit over to first and under the glove of Wheelock for a knock. Vassell goes from first to third. Keys thinking two. The throw over to second in time and gets him out. Trent Keys trying to get greedy, and it didn't pay off. He's thrown out at second for the final out of the sixth. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We head to the top of the seventh in a 2-run game. Kieran Costa takes back over on play-by-play here on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor. Bank of Marin's philosophy is banking built on trust and relationships. Bank of Marin's creative and customized solutions safely and confidently support your growth and success now and into the future. Whether you're a sole proprietor forging ahead with your first company or the CEO of a well-established corporation, Bank of Marin's local bankers will work side by side with you to help you reach your financial goals. Bank of Marin, the official financial institution of the Sonoma Stompers.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Not getting enough Stompers content? Stay connected all season long on social media. Follow at Sonoma Stompers on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok.
Jackson Rowland, the new arm, the third to go for Zach Pace today. Devin Laginto in 3 innings gave up 2 hits, one of them a long ball for the only run, no walks, and he struck out 6. Jackson Rowland starts off against Max Giglieri, who squares to bunt and takes a ball. Giglieri singled against the starter Schallberger and struck out against the first reliever Laginto. He gets his third at-bat against what will be now a third different pitcher. Squares to bunt again and pulls it back to take a strike. He might just be squaring to bunt and not actually trying to get one down. That's a perfect pitch to bunt. It's on the outer third. You can just push it down the third base line. Wide open stance in the lefty batter's box. He's not bunting, and he's taking down and in. Rowland in 9 2/3 innings has 7 strikeouts and pitching to a 2.79 ERA. Threw against these Merchants last week, and this ball's hit a ton to right center. Taylor and Keys come together, and it's Trent Keys that makes the catch. Giglieri stood in the batter's box and watched that ball like it was gone. It landed a good 5 feet from even getting to the warning track. And Max heads back to the dugout. Second time we've seen something like that. Gio Martini in the 5th. Bat flipped a double like he'd just gone yarded at the base of the wall in right center. Now back to the top, and Nico Olsen, and he takes a called strike.
And the scoreboard's pretty hard to lift it over as well.
Maybe at Monta Vista that ball goes, but not really anywhere else. As a swing and a miss, it's 0-2.
San Bruno, maybe?
That was true right center. The straight line in both the fences in San Bruno, you got to go down either line or you really have no chance.
Or right down center and try and get it on the
Chabot,
other diamond.
Chabot, you get that in the jet stream, it'll go out just about anywhere. 0-2 pitch. And I think that the hitter wanted to call time. Instead, he grounds out to second base. That was very, very odd. Nico Olsen tried to call time with Cam Jones. It wasn't granted, and he sort of threw the bat head at it and grounded out to second base, and then no argument from anybody on what happened after that. So Olsen is out.
He's given some words to Jackson Rowland, the pitcher. He's more mad at Rowland for firing that pitch as he was trying to call time on the umpire.
There was eye contact for sure between the two, and now Loxa takes inside 1-0. There was no hand motion to ask for time. Of course, from here we can't tell. A lot of hitters these days won't put their hand up. The 1-0. Loxa hits it back up the middle, and it will bleed through for a single. Kai's first knock of the game. Because for moments like that, if you're not granted time, you shouldn't have your hand up like that. What you're taught now from a young level is just sort of turn your head to the umpire and start yelling timeout, and then at that time it wasn't granted, and Olsen swung anyway, given it was 0-2. So Loxa follows that up with a single, and now Jackson Nystrom, who's singled, been hit by a pitch, and homered, comes up as the tying run in a 5-3 ball game. Not a guy you want to face. Rowland delivers low. Fastball at 85, missed below the knees and inside. Gio Martini on deck. One-0, swing and a miss. Nystrom, a home run hack, but he comes up empty. The count is even. Nystrom at USF this past season. Had a pretty nice season. At 326, coming off here, we're at 308 for these Merchants. 1-1, popped up, center field. Taylor running towards right center, and it's Chase Taylor who runs it down. The inning is over. A 2-out single stranded at first. Time to stretch in Sonoma. The Stompers on top of the Merchants 5-3.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left field. It kicks away. Take a bow, Trent Keys, the walk-off hero.
2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win.
The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Bottom of the 7th, it's the right-handed hitting catcher, Eli Burnham. The UC Davis man is headed back for his sophomore season there. Just got a handful of games for the Humboldt Crabs. And he takes inside and low. He was majority playing first base and even a little bit of third for Humboldt. Decided to get a couple more reps as a catcher, and he gets his first start behind the dish here today. And he takes low. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. 0 for 3, a fly ball, ground ball, and a strikeout.
And while the average wasn't overly impressive with Humboldt, had an on-base percentage of .404.
He takes a called strike. Very, very nice pitch. That's nasty from Jack Karst. Two and one now to Burnham, right-handed hitter. Bends back out of the way of a sweeper that stayed inside. A Humboldt team that has a couple of former Stompers on the roster as Burnham hits this one foul. Nathan Bunyard made a couple appearances out of the bullpen for the Stomps. One of the most disgusting breaking balls I've ever seen while pitching here. And also Colton Boardman, a mainstay at shortstop in the first half of last season. As Burnham hits this one to third. Tough hop, but corralled by Lewis, who throws out the catcher by a step, one away. And Jack Karst working on now a third shutout inning.
Now batting, first baseman number 7, Anthony Shepler.
Anthony Shepler, 1 for 3. Struck out in the second, flew out in the fourth, and singled in the fifth. Just a little flare over into left his first time up. The first pitch to him is taken low, 1-0, and that single is all because of a strong top hand for Shepler, working on that. He was late on that pitch, definitely didn't get a barrel, but if you're strong enough, you can get it over that third baseman's head, and the lefty went the other way for a knock. He's ahead 1-0. He takes inside 2-0. Misael Europero, Connor Johnson, and then if anyone gets aboard, it would flip to the top. (5-3) ball game. Stompers on top. Gunning for win number 20 on the CCL summer. Karst comes home with a 2-0, and Shepler takes inside again, 3-0. Hitters count for Anthony, way out in front, 3-0. Karst has to come into the zone and does. At the very top, it's 3-1, and now Shepler will be let loose if he gets a pitch to hit. (3-1). Swing and a miss, 3-2. Karst about to deliver his 45th pitch. He's allowed 2 hits in the 5th and 2 hits in the 6th, but stranded the runners both times. His payoff to Shepler. Struck him out swinging. For Karst, his 4th strikeout.
Now batting, shortstop number 46.
And Misael Europero tasked with continuing this inning.
Carson's given up a single both times he's gotten into a 2-out situation.
But he's in front of Europero. It's 0-1. In his first inning of work, he struck out Burnham, gave up a single to Shepler. This man, Europero, lined out, then he gave up a single to Johnson, left him at first and third, as Europero takes a ball, 1-1. Then in the 6th inning, he struck out Sebastiani and Carlson, gave up a single to Vassell and a single to Keys, but Trent got thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. One pitch, Europero gets drilled. And the Merchants have been unable to get a 1-2-3 inning. Stompers have left at least one on in every frame. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and the fifth, and just 1 in that 6th. And here comes Albert Luna to talk things over with Mr. Cars, but you never do know when you're a pitching coach by trade and a manager for the summer. It could just be a consultation, but he calls for a lefty. We'll be back with information on the new arm and Connor Johnston's at bat next.
Springs Brew.
Blaine Well to righty from Los Medanos College, made
Today news.
14 appearances and had a 4.86 earned run average at LMC. He went 9-3 in 9 starts, 61 innings pitched for the righty who deals with Connor Johnston. First pitch to CJ is a called strike at 88 miles an hour. Europero at first. His run belongs to Jack Kars, too. If Welt can end this inning without that run scoring, would go 2 2/3 shutout innings with 4 hits, a hit by pitch, and 4 strikeouts. That one misses upstairs. 1-1 to Johnston. Bellarmine Knight redshirted his freshman season. Runner goes in Europera. Johnson swings anyway and hooks it foul down the first base line. Good pitch to take a hack at 89, inner third.
And Johnson's been very solid today. 2 hits, walked the other time he's been up. He's feeling confident.
Coming off a 2-hit game last start against the Seagulls, and he could be an integral piece of the back week and a half here with the injuries to Wesley Bass and Nick Sebastiani. The pitch is swung on and missed. A half-hearted hack from Connor, and the inning is over. We head to the 8th inning in a game that's flying along, 5-3 Sonoma.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Alec Murray is the 4th man to throw today for the Stompers. He relieves Jackson Rowland, who gave up a hit and nothing else in the 7th inning. Murray makes his 8th appearance. He's 1-1 with an earned run average of 4.61 in 13 1/3 innings. The big righty from Fordham fires a ball at the top of the zone at 89. The count is 1-0. And a check swing foul, 1-1.
For your Sonoma Stompers, number 35, Alec Murray.
Murray deals with Gio Martini, who struck out in the first, singled in the third, and hit a double that he thought was a home run in the 5th. He flipped his bat and then sheepishly ran to second base. 1-1. Top of the zone. That's a off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. It's a backdoor slider that ends up catching a lot of the plate. Murray looking to put away on 1-2. It's a weak ground ball to shortstop. Europera to the backhand side. His cross-body throw is in time. Nifty play by Misael Europera, the shortstop. 1 out for Angelo Luna's spot.
He's played a really nice game at shortstop today. Had that great defensive play in the 2nd to get the final out. Giglieri at home, and then that was a tough play to make. Going the other way, cross-body throw, but it was on the money.
Cole Lashak is going to come in to hit for Angelo Luna in the DH spot. Lashak is hitting just 130. He's 3 for 23 without an extra base hit, 6 strikeouts and no walks, but he's ahead in the count, 1-0. So Luna's Day ends with a couple of strikeouts to go along with a single and a run scored. Murray's pitch is fouled off the mask of the catcher Burnham. Murray stares in to get the sign from Burnham. 1-1 pitch coming to the pinch hitter Kolashak. Inside and high. 2-1. The Stompers only lead this game 5-3. They scored lone runs in the first and third innings. They had a 3 spot in the fourth. The Merchants took a 2-1 lead in the second on a Bennett Johnston home run. As this ball is swung on and missed. Murray working righty against Lashak. Alex 2-1, cut on and missed, 2-2. Beg your pardon, that's strike 3. First strikeout for Murray, and the 12th by Stomper pitching. And Titus Wheelock responsible for 2 of those strikeouts. A big swing from Wheelock, but he fouls it straight back. Struck out swinging in the second and looking in the fifth. Those are both against Matthew Schallberger. He grounded out against Devin Laginto to start the 6th. Murray an out away from a 1-2-3 8th inning. And maintaining this 2-run cushion. Wheelock swings and misses, 0-2. Titus looked a little bit outmatched today against Stomper pitching.
90-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer edge. That's a great pitch from Alec Murray.
Has Wheelock right where he wants him. No balls and 2 strikes. Burnham sets up high. The pitch struck him out swinging. And Alec Murray breezes through the 8th. 1-2-3 with a couple of punches. We head to the last of the 8th inning. Stompers 5, Merchants 3.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
top of the lineup in the 8th inning, trying to add to what's now a very narrow 5-3 lead. Chase Taylor takes a fastball up and outside from Blaine Welt, who struck out the only hitter he faced in the 7th. He's dealing with the lefty Taylor, who bends back out of the way of a fastball at 89. Chase singled in the 1st and scored, walked in the 5th and scored as well. He's 1 for 3. Taylor, Sebastiani, and Carlson at the very least will get a 5th crack at things. Welts 2-0 to Taylor. Is hit hard but foul. Hooked it down the right field line. Stompers back on the road tomorrow. 4 o'clock start at Monte Vista. Trying to beat the Crawdads for the first time since the first meeting between the two. That was all the way back on June 5th as Taylor takes inside and low 3-1. Since then, the Crawdads have won 5 straight meetings, including all 3 at Monte Vista. That a tomorrow problem. You still have to get through these Merchants. Leading 5-3 in the 8th are the Stompers. Hitters count 3-1 pitch to Taylor. The offer is hit to first. Wheelock bobbles it, recovers, flips to first, and, well, covers one away.
The good news about going to Danville tomorrow is it's not going to be 90 degrees, was it? 91 degrees?
91 at first pitch yesterday.
It's only going to be 74 high of in the East Bay.
Brings up Ben Sebastiani. 0 for 3 today with RBI, a couple runs scored. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st, reached on an error and scored in the 3rd. Hit into an RBI fielder's choice in the 5th. Came around to score on that as well. He also struck out. That was in the 6th. Hunter Carlson looming on deck, and Mateo Heredia throwing in the bullpen. It would be his 9th inning. Sebastiani swings and hits a ground ball that sneaks into left field for a single. First hit of the day for Sebastiani, and that brings up Hunter Carlson.
And he's someone who's been swinging the ball well in the month of July, 2nd on the team in average, entering today. Over the last couple weeks, continues that with a nice swing there.
Swinging it a lot better lately now, 6 for his last 18. And Carlson hits this one pretty much in the same spot, and that one gets through as well. A 4-hit day for Hunter Carlson. All of them singles. And now the Stompers have a chance to add a little bit of cushion.
Now batting, third baseman number 21, Tino Vassell.
Love to create some breathing room here. 2 runs is at the tightest we've seen Sonoma go into the 9th inning with in the last couple of weeks.
That one is taken outside.
A lot of these wins have been by at least 4 runs.
One-0 pitch to the left-handed hitting Vassell. Welt comes home. Tino bends back. It's 2-0. Stompers and the Merchants only play close games. Stompers have beat Alameda 4 times, once by 4 runs and all other times by 3 runs. And their losses to Alameda have both been by just 2 runs. So 4-run difference the most. And now meeting number 8. Vassell takes inside for a 3rd consecutive time. One more wide one loads them up. Got to come in the zone to Vassell, and he does. It's 3-1. No action behind Welt in the bullpen. It's going to be his 8th no matter what. And I wonder if the Stompers can really extend a lead here if you go back to Alec Murray and save Mateo Heredia if it's no longer a save situation. The pitch, Vassell bounces it foul up the first base line. Fabian Gomez now playing first base in to replace Titus Wheelock. 3-2 to Vassell is hit to center field. Heading back is Giglieri, now over towards left center, and he runs it down in the left center field alley. Giglieri started back on that ball and just drifted with it and ended up making a running catch, a step shy of the warning track in the true left center alley. Tino gives it a ride, but he's out number 2, and Trent Keys, the last chance to add some insurance. First pitch to Keys, high and tight. One ball, no strikes to Trent, who checks his swing, finds the bat and goes foul up the third base line. TK is 1 for 4. He singled in the 6th, tried to stretch it to a double and got thrown out. The out-of-town scoreboard, the Blues already beat the Crawdads 1-0. Sonoma would gain ground on Walnut Creek. Just 7 hits total in that ball game out at Monte Vista. Keys checks his swing on a 1-1. The ball gets to the backstop. Sebastiani goes to third but holds there. It's a wild pitch. And the appeal down to third base, no swing, says John Pierce. Two-one coming to Keys. Chop towards third, going to be a tough play for Lewis. He fields a high hop, throws to first low. Gomez can't pick it. Run comes across to score, some much-needed insurance. E5 charged to Zach Lewis. His throw was low. Gomez a chance to make a forehand pick over there. He couldn't make it. Holding at second was Carlson with that play developing in front of him. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, but the run does score. No RBI for Trent. Pitch to Burnham, called strike 1. Eli looking for his first Stomper hit, 0 for 4. Flew out to right in the first inning, struck out in the 5th, scattered in a couple ground balls to the left side. He takes a called strike again, 0-2. Burnham trying to make this no longer a save situation. The pitch to him is a called strike 3, and Ben Johnson in his CCL debut playing with fire. He was halfway to the dugout before Cam Jones made that call. Either way, it's a called strike 3. Strikeout for Welt, his second. But the Stompers get the insurance run they wanted. They go to the 9th, leading 6-3.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners.
We know you love watching the game on the Stompers YouTube channel, but nothing beats coming out to the park. Support your Stompers at Arnold Field all summer long. Get your tickets at stompersbaseball.com or give us a call at 707-522-7284.
Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
We go to the 9th inning here in Sonoma. Mateo Heredia in for his first save of the summer. His Stompers lead it 6-3. And he starts the inning against Zach Lewis, and he starts by missing down and away at 89 miles an hour. For Heredia, the two-way player has been real hot with the stick lately. Is making his 8th appearance, and he's thrown 10 innings and given up just 1 earned run. 6 runs total. The 1-1 is foul back to the screen.
It was a nice bare hand grab by the man on deck, Ben Johnson, off of a pole.
This is Nico Rodriguez hitting for Zach Lewis. And there's also a new hitter on deck as Rodriguez bounces it weakly to first. Shepler flips to Heredia, covering one away. Nice play on both ends there. That brings up the catcher spot, but we will see a new man, and that's Kyle Sandner, who's also recently committed to Cal State LA. Sandner hits for Johnston, who homered and then struck out his next 2 times after that. Heredia looking to put this game on ice and get the Stompers to focus on Walnut Creek tomorrow. His first pitch is outside to Sander. 1-0. Merchants have 9 hits, but they've been scattered across just 3 runs. Heredia's pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1. It's a challenge fastball at 90. Heredia rocks, and his pitch is tipped into the glove. Just about to hit the 3-hour mark. There's 1 out in the 9th. Mateo's delivery. Check swing, tag applied, but it won't matter as Dylan Brewster said he didn't go around. Everyone in this ballpark thought that was strike 3. Two. Close pitch, just down. It's a great miss from Heredia. Maybe one of the last times we see Mateo on the mound, slated to leave the Stompers on Monday with just a week remaining in the season. Sanders worked himself a full count, coming in cold as a pinch hitter. He strikes out swinging on a fastball up.
Now batting, number 32.
14th strikeout for Stomper pitching. Giglieri singled, struck out and flew out. He's the last hope for the Merchants. And this one's hit foul. Schallberger struck out 5 over 3. Laginto struck out 6 over 3. Alec Murray picked up a couple strikeouts. He pitched the 8th. Heredia trying to end this ball game here in the 9th. His 0-1, Giglieri takes way high, up to 92 miles an hour. Missed with it up. One foul at home plate, and all of a sudden Alameda's down to their final strike. A rises 1, packed grandstand here in the 9th on a Thursday evening. 1-2 from Heredia. Giglieri strikes out swinging. Stompers win it by the score of 6-3 behind a dominant pitching effort with 5 different arms. Sonoma doubles up Alameda 6-3. We'll be back with the totals after this.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority. And Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams. Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Another game is in the books. To break things down, let's go back to Kieran and Nate with the Stompers post-game show.
Stompers get what was a pretty comfortable victory, all things considered. It never really felt like the Merchants had hope, despite it being a 2 or 3 run ball game for most of it. The Stompers finish off the Merchants by the final of 6-3. 6-13-1. Triumph over 3-9-2. Your winning pitcher, Devin Laginto, is now 2-0. Griffin Sutton falls to 0-1, and Mateo Heredia gets the save. The game lasted exactly 3 hours. It started at 6:14 and ended at 9:14. And Nate, it's nice to get back in the win column, but all eyes immediately turn to Walnut Creek tomorrow for what will be the 7th time.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too early, but that feels like this win guarantees you staying above Alameda in the playoff push. So now all you can focus on is just catching up to Walnut Creek and San Luis Obispo. You got 3 more chances against the Crawdads, 2 in the next 2 days. There's a lot to like for Sonoma. You've played well. Last time you played Walnut Creek at times. You're a hot ball club. You love to take care of business tomorrow with momentum from tonight.
That game starts at 4 o'clock, so a 3:50 pregame show from Monte Vista High School in Danville. Here tonight in Sonoma, Stompers win 6-3. Laginto over Sutton. Heredia the save. Sonoma improves to 20-14, and they've won 6 consecutive games against these Merchants. They're now 16-6 at home. Alameda falls to 11-15, and they're 4-12 away from Chabot or the College of Alameda. 6-3, Stompers win. They're back tomorrow afternoon. But for now, for Luca Sebastiani on the stats and my broadcast partner Nate Martin, I'm Kieran Costa saying so long from Sonoma.
Thanks for sharing your evening with us here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. For schedule info and game tickets, go to stompersbaseball.com or catch collegiate baseball at its best right here on our YouTube channel. And always remember, success on the field starts with success in the club.